Sometimes I talk about things that I'm figuring out in a moment. But I think I figured something out. And it's about sexuality. Sexuality, yeah, you heard right. A very, a weird subject to talk about. A very weird. For unknown reasons, really. That's not the stuff I figured out. Well, no, in part. I think it's because it's very personal, right, to everyone. Sort of, yeah, that's what it does when, I don't know, when someone brings up that subject, even in friends groups or something. Like, you get a bit nervous. Yeah, yeah. And some of it is for a good reason, because I think that's something, you know, when you think about this whole generation, like, there are a lot of shifts in sexuality across time. Like it was very, people were probably burned at the stakes for pleasuring themselves, masturbation, and then you get burned at the stakes. And yeah, that's also another subject, or the same, probably, like the self-pleasuring thing. Like, sort of, we don't really talk about it, I think. We laugh it off. And yeah, you figured that out, right? What did I figure out? I don't know. I mean, I know. Now I know, I figured out that, it's important to, the vision you create, that it has some connection to reality. So, yeah, if that's my tip, that's basically the thing I figured out. Like, yeah, think about that. Make it something that would actually make you happy, Because I think there's a lot of trash out there. There's a lot of stuff. I call it, I don't really call it erotica, but you know what I mean. And it's not, I'm not a fan. Because it's not at all what it is about sexuality, It doesn't show it, even though it shows so much. It doesn't show it, what it is about. That's just the thing, it's very personal. You have to figure that out for yourself. But the way to figure that out isn't really to, a lot of people are confused about their own sexuality in these times. Because, yeah, there's so much, I think about all these billboards. That's one part of why I don't like advertisement, because it uses sexuality as sort of like this hyped up thing. And yeah, paints a certain picture of what is attractive or hot, But yeah, stuff gets convoluted, like, or switched out. People mix or confuse hotness with beauty, for example. That's a very common one. That's a very common one. And yeah, I think I don't know. I think we're just sort of stunned in our approach, even to talk about this. Sort of like, yeah, a lot of, yeah. Even now, when I'm talking about it, I feel a bit nervous because I don't want to push anything that isn't, I'm not gonna go into detail because that's exactly where it isn't, what it is about. But I guess you can figure out a lot. Like, yeah, in dreams even. Like, I had a funny dream once when I figured out my sexuality, and I thought about, maybe I'm gay. I think that's, yeah, you can ask that. I think it's very healthy. In a certain time period, I think I was like, I don't know, 15, I don't know. And I sort of figured it out that I'm not. But later on I hesitated again, and then I had a dream that told me pretty much what, then no, it's not my thing. I sort of lived out a fantasy, a realistic fantasy that could have perhaps happened. It was a bit silly, I mean, it's a dream. But dream, this vision, this sort of representation of my feelings, like hesitation, a bit of hesitation in it, a bit of, a bit of beauty, an attractive person and stuff. But yeah, that wasn't it, that's not, yeah. But then again, that's what I mean, I confused stuff. I was confused, and I think a lot of people are. And the best way, I think, is to step away from all of that erotica. It's not really, I don't want to use the word because it has smudge on it. It has smudge on it. It's like, it's smeary a bit, yeah. But, you know what I mean? And I think it's better to stay away from it and to dive into your own sort of deeper emotions. Like, yeah, what's a fantasy that turns you on, but in a good way? Like, if it played out in real life, would it make you happy? And honestly, I think a lot of people are trapped in cycles that don't really would make them happy, but they sort of pursue them anyway. Especially, sexuality-wise, and maybe not especially. I mean, in many ways. But yeah, it's a tough subject because at a certain point, then no, I don't have any more tips. At a certain point, it's like, yeah, you gotta figure your way out. And yeah, think about this. What that even means, like this deal that happens in sexuality, that, ideally, both people should be happy and feel good about themselves, and that interplay. I mean, that's a whole book, Sexuality. This is just one chapter, basically. So, it's more about, this self-pleasuring thing. This is where probably everyone has some experience in, and is probably terrified to talk about, and rightly so. Again, I don't need to go into details. You can guess my fantasies, like, I'm a king in a castle, in a medieval castle, but it's a nice kingdom. My queen really loves me. It's a great relationship. And one winter's night, when everyone's out of the castle, we make candlelights and stuff. You get the idea. No, but seriously, just be creative. Oh my God, just be creative. I see so much. When I say smudge in erotica, it just means so much uncreative, like really cheap stuff that sort of acts just like advertisement does. It gets its hooks into you now, now, and there's no long-term plan. Like, okay, I bought it. Okay, what's in it? Oh, it's not that great. It's not okay. Let me get the next one. Okay. That's it. You know where this goes. And I think a lot of young people. I saw that early. In school, back in school. The internet and stuff, and what it did to people. And thankfully, I was spared by that for the most part. Like when I was 12 and stuff, I didn't have internet, and I'm very grateful about that. I'm a bit stunned about the amount of children being on the internet today. Even like a lot of YouTube stars and stuff. It sort of reminds me of the time when there were a lot of like these Hollywood child actor stars, and I'm sort of also I'm a bit worried on the same level, like this exposure and stuff. But anyway, that's its own subject, I guess. That's its own subject. To an extent. Because a lot of smudge floats around on the internet, and you don't. It's so uncreative. Just make up your. It's so much better to to use your fantasy. It's so much better. And yeah, again, I don't need to go into details. Not necessary at all. It's not, I'm not gonna weird you out, But yeah, just a tip. It's yeah, so I was scared of that in school. Yeah, and I don't need to paint a picture, but yeah, the kids that got into that stuff really, it sort of frightened me. It's not. That's not right. That's not right. That shouldn't have been their first contact with sexuality. With their own. I mean, it's just like introducing. I don't know what it sort of is like a drug, isn't it? It's like a substance that does something. It's like sexuality, when you get aroused, it's like a chemical cocktail inside your body, and then you start, with your fantasy or with, actual sexuality. A lot of other stuff gets added, like the smell of your partner, or stuff like that. All of that gets triggered, and when you don't have that, you sort of put other things instead in that cocktail with your imagination. I hope, or I guess in any case with your imagination. And when you watch that smudge, you put smudge in your cocktail, and it's just way better to use your own homemade ingredients. It really is just use what you really like in that mixture. I think a lot of people get sidetracked, and it acts because it's so potent. But remember, it's not. Hot isn't the same as beauty. There's something bigger to grasp here, or to attempt to. So. Yeah. Well, I hope there was something helpful in there. I hope something was in there that was. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And try it. It's free. Or we get to that later, like relationships, partnerships. But I think it's important to get yourself in the right place at first. Like really, you have to like yourself. You have to sort of. That's why it's important to get in sync with your own sexuality, so that you really like yourself. It makes sense. And then there comes another dimension with a partner, which is extremely exciting and life changing. If you do it right, I think. Yeah, but we'll get to that. So for now, self-pleasure yourself with, some good vibes. Yeah. Anyway. I think I'll upload this. Sometimes I'm not certain, but this one, I like it. Alright. Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.